Champions League crunch time, analyzing the most important and exciting round of 16 for the UEFA Champions in 2017-18 this year, perhaps the tie between Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. While the post-New Year's days across the European leagues have naturally suggested the importance of providing a considerable approach to deeply eradicating the weaknesses and strengths of a squad, the big teams ahead of the crucial season-deciding stages in the upcoming weeks that relatively offer better insight into how the performance of many big teams and traditional contenders must be taking place. Also, at the same time, the major growing of dark horses bring a great indication to the realistic potential of new and exciting challenges and great games that will pull so much triggers in the near future. The major evidence of this statement belongs to Real Madrid, last season's UEFA Champions League winner, a big La Liga contender, and the world's best player, who won his fifth FIFA Best Player award, which has been distinguished from his traditional prestigious FIFA Ballon d'Or that used to be in the past, but now it only served as FIFA's primary individual award last month, and who's one of the purest legends of the modern era, as we all know, because of his fantastic skills, speed, reputation, and goal scoring ability. Cristiano Ronaldo, whose story definitely shaped a glorious impression. Yet all of these incredible status defining Real Madrid seems to remind Madrid's prestigious identity and their ultimately history of trophy-laden inspiration on one side of the spectrum, while on the flip side, their struggling form this season primarily reinforces the shattering perspective to be emerged towards the end of 2018 scenario in a problematic change of transition fashion that seems to be carried out all along with them. They lost another La Liga game on Saturday at home against Villarreal 1-0 that inflicted their fifth domestic league on defeat, throwing them further away from title race and leaving them with a further and necessarily poor record after winning only once in the last 6 games. One of the worst possible streaks they have ever dealt with and faced to overcome in the last 4 seasons since the inspirational transition spell when at the time of Zinedine Zidane's arrival to be appointed as their coach. But the Frenchman is seriously facing a highly growing crisis and the stabilized spell with a cracking pressure threatening his coaching dilemma to be on the verge of ending. After their humiliating El Clasico 3-0 home defeat, which has strategically destroyed their ultimate La Liga title race scenario in a distinctive fashion, as we call it, relatively, a game appeared to be for Barcelona with a confidence leading their way to the glory, while equally have dismantled Madrid's season that has appeared to be a sharp contrast between two arch rivals on domestic front, as it was justified. The extremely rising signal of that duel's post-reflection and dramatic consequences has ever since intensified and instructed Zinedine Zidane's team both characteristically and psychologically to sustain and their ideal tactical strength, collective ambitions, and age of the dynamism for the remainder of the season, which arguably intensifies and see the rise of the fueling crisis upon their European campaigns. Interestingly, as looked to be and one that usually serves as traditionally as their most glorified collection of the reputation and accomplishment, but 2018 would be hugely at the risk of being shattered in a completely different story. The tournament's round of 16 will come in February, and Real Madrid realistically are facing their most intense, entertaining, breathtaking, and history-defining battle against one of the best European teams and possibly the most hyper-prolific and entertaining one at the moment, Paris Saint-Germain. The prospect of facing Neymar after his world record transfer from Barca to Parisian side in the last summer by itself promises a glittering showcase in the heart of the world's most prestigious competition. By indicating the extraordinary vision of winning a storyline, a glimpse of creativity, individual pedigree, tactical enthusiasm, structural depth, and diversity, along with incredible ranks of the experience and mix of talents on two sides of the spectrum that both teams are capable to present, that would be inspired by two amazing and gifted superstars at the moment, Ronaldo and Neymar, that will lead their sides against each other in a newly reshaped conversation of the legendary. The wide ranges of the exciting factors along with these two players gradually represent the varying depth, entertaining, energetically, and tempting vision of highest quality from both sides to be able to dictate the flow of the world's most entertaining game at the moment and to set the benchmark in deciding the next champions perhaps. The combination of Neymar, Kylian Mbappe and Edinson Cavani has produced a highly strength of superbly creative, dynamic and cohesive tactical style all around Europe this year, further inspiring the Paris Saint-Germain's long-lasting dream of navigating their path towards the glory, highly serving to embolden their financial project to recruit the ranks of world's most talented players, developing a very cohesive and successful football club and adopting a dynamic attacking philosophy that seems moving smoothly